friends, and welcome to Afternoon Bake Off with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I see we have Guido in the chat. Hey Guido, how you doing, love? Good to see you, hon. Good to see you. We're going to go ahead and start where we left off with just a person trying to human. Hey Hong Ling, how you doing, buddy?
Jesus Christ is king. I'm at a coughing fit. I'm sorry, folks. Arthur Morgan situation. I don't know. I got TB. I don't know. How's everybody doing?
This is the Reverend Dude. Okay? Now, there has to be an issue addressed because I had an employer, right? And their name was Google Tube. YouTube.
Bullshit. YouTube is not your employer. It's not my employer. Damn. Everything going down the wrong way today. Yeah, everything going down the wrong pipe. Going down hard. Yeah, I got my adulting done today. Got to Costco. Hey, just a person trying to human. Oh, awesome. Just a person trying to human. Hey, Derek O'Brien. Hey, it's all Izzy. Long time no see. Everything's great. Everything's great. Oh, yeah, exactly, Izzy. Exactly. Hey, Jamie Earl. We're freelancers. We're contracted workers. Yeah, he's so cool, guys. He's so cool. I wish I could be half as cool as the Rev Dude. Why can't I be that cool? Hey, Shiloh, hi. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Oh, man, I hate adulting with the VA. I hate adulting with the VA. It's why I don't go to them anymore, and I go to a civilian doc now that I'm retired and got my insurance. Yeah, he does. He exudes. He is the Duke of Cool. He's a Duke of Fools. He is. He's a fucking fool, man. He is a fool. Fool and a half. They say a fool and his money are soon parted. This man was parted from his damn money by a 600-pound succubus by the name of Shannon. It's a damn succubus.
There's an issue on the table that needs to be addressed, and it's called enablement of harassment and cyberbullying and cyberstalking. I demand Google investigate this situation, and if they don't, I am suing them as an abusive employer. Reverend Dude.
Howdy, folks. It's the Reverend Dude here, and I can tell you for a fact, Jack, This is a Rolly
bugs me
cigarette.
about
That's
him?
right, it's a Rolly cigarette. It's top shelf. Rolly. Rev
You
Rolly.
know what pisses me off when he smokes? He pulls his lips in whenever he holds a cigarette. Now, if I had a bat, I'd show you. Now, if I was to hold a cigarette on my lips, it would look a little something like this. Not like this. Like this. Fucking dude, man. You can't even dangle a lit cigarette from his lips correctly. You can't even look trashy correctly. Come on, man. Level up.
I'm going to tell you for a fact, Jack, that when I am seeking hydration in the hours of the night that you need some extra energy, you know what I mean? Especially if you're working for Wayland Utani like my ass. You know, we're trying to build better worlds out here, and you sons of bitches just want to make it a damn bug hunt. I have a family of 4, including me, okay? It's a family of 4 with 2 growing boys. This is expensive.
Yeah, you took all the time to put your eyeliner on correctly. Look kind of pretty.
If you want to call this e-begging, you can do that. I'm fine with being called an e-beggar because beggars are actually the best people on the planet. So, I am begging you from Jesus Christ to bless me financially. If you want to drop a Bitcoin on me, I accept Bitcoin donations on my Cash App. Okay? The only thing you need to remember is $ Revelation News. That's it. It's a capital R and a capital N, like a nurse, because I want to heal.
Yeah, I would eat Jell-O salad. I love ambrosia. Ambrosia's one of my favorites.
Me too.
Damn it, bitch! Stop liking shit I like. I love ambrosia. I like fruitcake too. I like all that old people shit. Hell, I even like German potato salad. I make a mean German potato salad. I sure as fuck do. If I could still remember how to make it. That shit was hard to make.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it is.
I like doing my ambrosia salad a little bit different than other people. I like adding celery and a little bit of sour cream in mine.
Ew.
You know, I'm really beginning to think my Elgato's dying. I mean, it's beginning to get really, like, laggy looking. Like, look at this. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
Should I unplug it and plug it back
you
in?
can try that.
Okay. There you go, boy.
Oh my God, why does she always have to look a fucking mess? You know, even though I was just shopping and stuff, before I went online, I looked in the mirror to see what I looked like. I combed out my hair before I came online because my hair was windblown from having the windows open on my truck. Because I didn't want to look disheveled. I make sure I know what I fucking look like before I come on camera. Only time I kind of look messy is whenever I get up in the morning or when I come home from a workout. I got to work out tomorrow morning. I got to get it in before the flea market.
Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was unplugging my Elgato and plugging it back in. Did it work? Did I make it better? Yes, it is. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, Mercury.
I'm good at this stuff, mans. Why am I ignoring your question? Probably because I didn't see your question. Has nothing to do with that. It's just there's a whole lot of questions, bro. Sorry. Kind of not sorry at the same time because it's like it happens, bro. But you can continue. Like, people tend to do that stuff if they feel like they're not getting attention, and it's like they don't realize that the content creator is a human being that can't read through everything in just a second while
Oh,
they're
I'm
trying
doing
to pay
great, Mercury.
attention
Thanks for asking.
to said screen in front of them playing a game. It's kind of a thing, bro. I didn't ask for help, Jay Mosen, but thank you for offering. I mean, if you'd like to support, there is my PayPal, Shani Needs Love. You're so chill, what's your secret?
She's so chill. This bitch has no fucking chill. She only has chill when she's fucking high. No other fucking time, man. This bitch has got to be pilled out to be fucking chill. Now, unlike me, I'm pretty chill until someone fucks with me. And then you gotta fuck with me a lot in order for me to come unfucking glued. Or hit me just right. You never know. Even that might not set me off. You never know with me. I'm super unpredictable. You never know what I'm going to do from one moment to the next. And I like to keep it that way. I like to keep people guessing.
Cymbalta. In fact, I have to take.
Hey, Miss Mud Duck, how you doing?
How are you?
Where are you going,
I didn't
Shiloh?
take that today. Thank you for reminding me.
You're a little ASMR for you morons.
Hi, Queen.
I take Cymbalta too. Big fucking whoop. You want a damn bozo button? You want a fucking bozo button or something? You want a trophy? Pat on the head? A cookie? Shut up.
Everything's good. My fupa's wonderful. It's getting smaller every day. Shani, but how's
good
the
night.
fupa? Well, it seems pokeable. You know?
Fupa health.
Like, kind of
How you doing, Miss Mud Duck?
skin flappy type of fupa. Kind of like you've been losing a lot of fucking weight type of looking
Good
fupa.
night.
You know, got those like starting to get those wrinkles
It's good
because
night.
you're losing weight type of fupa. You know what I mean? Is your fupa feeling?
Guten Nacht is good night. Guten Abend is good afternoon. Guten Morgen is good morning. Guten Tag is good day. Schluckst du is will you swallow.
Your question has nothing to do with that. It's just there's a whole lot of questions, bro. Sorry. Kind of not.
Well, I imagine if I had a bigger chat, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to all the fucking questions. I just wouldn't be able to. But I try to make everybody feel like they're welcome and like I pay attention and that everybody has a place. Because I know what it's like to feel left out. Sucks. It does. It sucks. Feel like the odd man out. Feel like you don't belong. I felt like I don't belong anywhere my entire adult life. I'll be damned if I'm going to do that to another person. Ain't right. That's why I try to be as welcoming as I am. Because you don't know what's going on in the other person's brain. You may think you do, but you really don't. You can get an idea. And this is something I told Shani. In order to have friends, you got to be a friend. And you can't just be take. That's not the way it works. You got to give. You got to be willing to give by listening, offering sympathy and empathy. She doesn't do any of that. She just takes. She wonders why she doesn't have any fucking friends. You can't just take. You gotta give too. It's the nature of friendship. Give and take. That's how I feel.
Not sorry at the same time because it's like it happens, bro. But you can continue. Like people tend to do that stuff if they feel like they're not getting attention, and it's like they don't realize that the content creator is a human being that can't read through everything in just a second while they're trying to pay attention to said screen in front of them, playing a game.
Hey, Darren, how you
kind
doing?
of a thing, bro. I didn't ask for help, Jay Mosen, but thank you for offering. I mean, if you'd like to support, there is my PayPal, Shani Needs Love. You're so chill, what's your secret? Cymbalta. In fact, I have to take my Cymbalta. Where the fuck are you? I didn't take that today. Thank you for reminding me.
You're a little ASMR for you morons.
Hi, Queen. Everything's good. My fupa's wonderful. It's getting smaller every day. Shani, but how's the fupa?
Now, this is going to be the same chick that claims she doesn't have a belly. I got a bit of a belly. And I'm a lot smaller than she is. A lot smaller. And I'm working on it. I started working on it Monday. I took today as kind of a down day because I had a little trouble this morning. It was self-imposed. Trust me, it was self-imposed.
Well, it seems pokeable. You know?
Fupa health.
Like, kind of skin flappy type of fupa. Kind of like you've been losing a lot of fucking weight type of looking fupa. You know, got those, like, starting to get those wrinkles because you're losing weight type of fupa. You know what I mean? Is your fupa feeling good? Do you have a fupa? Is like, I don't know, fupa. Baby, do you love my fupa?
Whatever. I wouldn't call it that because it doesn't look that way to me of being a fupa. But yeah, I love your stomach.
Thank you,
I
baby.
think you have a very cute stomach.
Ew.
Show us the fupa. No,
Can't do that.
I ain't showing my fupa. That's personal, man. The fupa
Yeah, it
belongs
does.
to the person who loves me the most.
Yeah, baby, you feel good.
You feel
You
good.
feel really good.
I'm glad you enjoy my
I
fupa.
love it. Whatever you want to call it.
That's not cute. When I had a belly, that wasn't cute. That wasn't cute. It was unsightly and ugly and nasty. And I didn't even have a fupa. Fuck. That is just fucking weird, man. Not even a horny old trucker that's 80 years old with cataracts would take a fucking run at her.
Well, Vaughn does know his way around the horse hoo-ha. It's his way, man. Gotta do what he's gotta do, man. He don't gotta grow. Let him be. Let him be, man. He ain't hurting nobody but himself. Anyway, I'll stop. I'm being weird at this point. I do enjoy working for the Bezos.
You know something? I'm not the world's most funny woman. I'm not. I have milliseconds of hilarity. But Shani's not funny. She has no discernible sense of humor, no comedic timing, and she doesn't know enough English to be able to put something together that's funny. That's just the way it is, bitch. You're too damn dumb to be funny. And when you're not trying to be funny, you are funny. Just like Corky. And his weight's catching up with yours.
I'll say that. The Bezos is a nice man. The Bezos it has a better platform.
Yeah, I would agree.
Have I had a cheesesteak pizza? Oh my god, I would love a pizza today. I said that to Jason. He's like, "What are you hungry for?" I'm like, "Dude, I am like craving some serious pizza again." And it's crazy. It's like I'm craving pizza every day.
Hey, Jack Lamort.
Yeah, God will always answer your prayers if, he knows that you're, true, you know. He knows that you're true. He knows that you're coming with a, contrite heart.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. You can say that shit with a straight face, huh? Hmm. You're crazy. You are one nutty bitch.
That's pure, you know, preferably heartbroken. I'll tell you that with prayers. You know, says in the Bible to tell God all your needs you need and he'll give it to you. And I believe it. Thank you, Shani Love Cake, for the good words. Yeah, we're happy. We're just enjoying our life the best we can. You know what I've been thinking?
Well, Hong Ling, I'm really not much better. I'm pushing 60. I'm on YouTube and I'm laughing at her. You know, I'm not much fucking better. I'm not much better at all. And I sometimes stream my video games too. You know, the World of Warcraft, I'll sometimes stream it. But it's a little bit more involved than these cozy games. In my game, you can actually die. You take on mobs, and you have to actually have some memory and some skill to defeat your enemy. And if you're fighting another player, oh my god, that's a whole nother kettle of fish right there. I suck at that. If I'm playing teams, if I've got a good tank, I can win. We can win. But if my tank sucks and can't get their attention, we're fucked. Yeah, and I like to sick my pets on them too. Yeah, I've got hyenas for pets this time. I've got snails. I've got dogs, hyenas, dinosaurs, all kind of shit for pets that you tame throughout the game. I've been looking for cool tames all over the place. I've even got a ram with fungus growing out of it. Uh, mushroom caps growing out of it. It's really cool.
Thinking on doing again. I was actually thinking of restarting being an Avon saleswoman again because I love Avon, and I thought that would be really nice to do
Well, yeah, you
and
got me
fun to
there.
do to be an Avon representative again. No, they don't.
Yeah, you kind of got me there. Um, you know, I kind of did my time at something, and you know, it paid off. With high risk comes high reward. God, this thing's dirty. I'm gonna have to take it there to the canister after it. Oh yeah, this thing's filthy. Ew. I didn't realize it was. Yeah, it's that time again. I gotta get some air duster after that. Blow that out.
You don't really buy a starter kit. Yes, and where I live, there's so many older ladies around that it's like I know they would miss having the Avon. I just know it. I love Avon. And I'm getting older too, and I like a lot of their like lotion products for aging. So
Hey, Oral
I don't know
Guts.
how much the join in to start selling for them fee is. I have to look into that again, but sign up.
I have the best luck with undead. Serious business. Undead. They're the ultimate survivors. They don't need to breathe underwater. They can eat whatever's handy. So they don't need to cook, except to raise their profession level. I mean, they're the ultimate survivors. And I'm rolling an undead hunter right now. And whenever I'm on the battlefield, if I kill somebody, I eat them. Really pisses them off.
Is free. Is it? Avon is not a scam.
Everything goes really
Oh
well.
my god. Well, I'm
Real
gonna look
well.
into it because I'm really thinking about doing Avon again.
Oh, that sounds
I
awesome.
Just miss it.
Let me pull that up real quick.
There's barely any reps now for the Avon. And I'm just like sad about that because it's like I love Avon.
I don't care for
I have to go to
Avon.
the bathroom again. What is wrong with my bladder? I hate being old. I can hire out Rev to dress provocatively for older ladies. I don't know. I don't know if he'll do that.
You're fat and it's putting pressure on your bladder. I had the same problem. That's what's wrong with your bladder. Plus, you've had kids. Congratulations. Here we go with a little something something that Blue gave us.
No, I've been studying to get a certification as a drug and alcohol addictions counselor. So I've been studying a lot about
IQ,
addiction and different disorders like psychopathy, sociopathy, narcissism,
right?
That kind of a thing. As it relates to addiction, what you find within addiction is that over 95% of addicts are basically doing it through because of they've had childhood trauma. And
What about low IQ?
Childhood trauma. What happens is
Nick?
they typically either become narcissistic or they become codependent.
Right.
Now,
I mean that's quite a broad brush.
Yeah, they don't have a sense of self. They don't.
Right, Nick. So what if they're just somebody like from a group of people who have low IQ? Would that contribute to the drug and alcohol addiction?
Low IQ, typically low IQ people fall into a more addictive, but it also depends on what drugs they're going for, the environment they're raised in, and whatnot.
Nick.
Oh, wow. Dragnot just fished him in. Wow. It didn't take him no time to fish him in.
I'm trying to remember where I know you from. Do I know you from somewhere? Please help me out, guys.
I'm not sure.
Because you two know him.
Well, don't be shy, Nick. Don't be shy. You've made the ripoff for Brian. You're like semi-famous.
I've been on Secular Show. but I don't recall who Annabelle is. I'm sorry.
Have you done coke in the last 30 days?
I'm trying to. The what?
Never. This is an inside joke. Never mind.
Well,
Drake likes to cook fun
Nick, can I ask
but
you,
anyway, I don't
Nick, can I ask you, are you an addict? Stop it, Molly.
God, no.
Well, I am a recovering alcoholic drug addict, clean for about 20 years, bar a couple of mishaps, but never mind, won't talk about them. And I don't think that you can just pinpoint it to one specific, like codependency or narcissism. There's a huge range of different personalities that get addicted.
Obviously.
It's more to do with the chemicals in your brain than anything else.
Yes and no. There's a lot of good science arguing for both sides of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's
her name is Annabelle, and she's about to tear Corky a new one.
plenty of people that argue that it's nature. Plenty of people argue that it's nurture. There is no definite scientific solid agreement in which it is. So there's a lot of opinions about addiction. And there's a lot of reasons why people become addicted. You know, people that don't drink at all get into their 40s, something happens, have had a fantastic life, no problems, and then maybe their husband walks out, and that's it. They're addicted. So there's all different reasons. I don't think you can pinpoint it down just to one specific. And by the way, I wasn't talking about myself.
There's a range of variables. There's a range of proclivities.
There's lots of people that are
for example, a person might be have the proclivity for addiction, but because of environment or upbringing or whatever,
exactly.
They may never touch a drug, or they might just not find something that they enjoy. Another person could have
probably so he can take advantage of young women and their vulnerability. That's probably what it is. He doesn't want to do it to benefit mankind. He's doing it to benefit himself. That's the kind of toad he is. He's a creep. He is a creep.
Have a little bit of proclivity, but through enough trauma, enough of propaganda.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That it's not
opioids and never be able to stop. I mean, it's just like when people recover from addiction. You have certain addicts who they need to go to a meeting.
If you think Rev's porn stash could possibly get him arrested, put a 1 in the chat.
Every day to stay off the alcohol.
Yeah.
There's other people who they get, one DUI or spend one night in jail because they got too drunk, and they're just like, I ain't touching the stuff ever again. They may want to, but they have enough willpower and discipline to keep themselves from doing it. But then, of course, you have to ask yourself, what's the nature?
I know why.
What's the nature of addiction? And then you have to look at, and of course,
he didn't fail. He got kicked out because he was on drunk and online drooling over his fellow classmates and talking about kidnapping one. You tell me he's not a predator or a wannabe predator. I gotta think like a criminal mastermind. Your words, Corky, not mine. And you are drunk as a fucking skunk.
of course, the chemicals in the brain, personality, all that plays into it. It is a very complex subject, and I think there's a lot of disservice done to addicts, in that our society likes to simplify everything down into one or two little things. So if we just tweak this,
well, that's what I thought you were doing, Nick, because you just
it's going to be solved, and it's not.
Nick. That's what I thought you were doing, in that you said that it's either codependency or narcissism, and I think those are just two of one of many reasons why people become.
Yeah,
I think there is no rhyme or reason behind addiction. Unfortunately, it can happen to anybody, any family, any class, any financial situation. It's when it takes hold, it can destroy.
Studying, it's
sorry,
like
I was just talking. I don't know if you could hear me. Can you not hear me talking?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
All right, he kind of tunes out women when they start talking too long.
Oh, you're not one of those, are you, Nick?
No, you're fine. I'm working on not interrupting people. I was just wanting to show you, like, because I want to prove that I do have credibility in this field somewhat. I am just learning about it, but
what qualifications do you have then?
I'm working towards my.
You know what? If I had to go to the VA and I was at a dark point in my life, I mean, like dark again, and I saw that little bastard sitting there, I'd get up and walk the fuck out and never go into that building again. Not before I would go up the food chain and say, how fucking dare you hire that sleazy little felon? And then I would show him every fucking video that he ever created against veterans. You still want to keep him around? Okay. And be sure to tell him who exposed him.
Certification. I have studied a lot on my own, so basically, I have some degree of credibility.
So you're lame.
I not consider that, but
with respect, I think that you need to remember that without any qualifications, it's hard to be considered credible in that you're an expert. Maybe you've done. We can all have a look on the internet and all read up on stuff. We can even, like me, experience addiction, but it doesn't make us experts.
Did I say I was an? No, I'm not saying I was an expert.
Okay.
Did I say I was an expert?
But you're just like me, and like anybody else in this room that's maybe read up about addiction or who's had an interest because maybe they've got a family member who's an addict. You're no different to the rest of us.
Yeah, we can have a conversation about that. Yeah. I mean, did I say I was an expert? If I implied,
you were trying to give that impression, just in my opinion.
Could you tell me how I gave that impression?
By saying that you've spent, you're working towards
I just literally used the word credibility.
Working towards,
and then said that you had credibility, which I'm sorry, I don't believe that's a word that you should be using when you've got no qualifications.
The word. Well, then you have to ask how do you define qualifications? Because if somebody's studied a subject for a number of years.
Well, I can study. I can study.
So you don't think self-study? Well, can I ask you a question then? So you don't think that? So if somebody's self-studied a subject for a number of years,
she has control here. Control. When Corky showed up on my fucking panel, the first words out of my mouth were, "Hey, heap of dirt. How you doing?" And I changed his name to Pussy Boy. And I roasted the fuck out of him. Being petty and insulting. You think I forgot about you too? About her straddling you and riding you on my damn video? Man, y'all weren't behaving yourselves then either. Fucking losers. Only losers behave that way. Who the hell y'all trying to prove y'all got a relationship to? Me or yourselves? Oh, never mind. You're doing it for Bruce's sake. Don't do it for Bruce's sake. I mean, it's just, I mean, you're full of nothing but foolishness. Foolishness. And bullshit. Dry out anything you say and you fertilize my lawn with it. I got a couple bare patches out there now that need to be fertilized.
They don't have any credibility, but if somebody studies it for...
I don't, because you can study all you like. Doesn't make you
certification. They're magically an expert.
Do you want me to answer
well,
you?
no, but it's about a standard, right? Like when people have credentials,
exactly.
and they actually have the effort to put letters behind their name, it's like that is a standard, you know, that they've met. Now, it doesn't mean that you're wrong or that you're not intelligent. It just means you're a guy on the internet, right?
Nick, can you just stop talking just for 2 seconds?
No. So I give you a perfect example. There's a guy named True Empiricism that claims that he studied, and Annabelle knows where I'm going. Like, he claims that he's been self-studying chemistry for years, and I've been self-studying, and then I've been actually going to school and taking chemistry courses for the last 8 years, damn near. And I can actually, I'm at the point where I can like operate at the undergraduate level in a biochemistry lab doing research. There's a huge difference between our knowledge and ability when it comes to chemistry. People like you can say, I picked up a few books, but not everybody's an autodidact. I've met probably only two autodidacts the entire time I've been on Google Plus and YouTube. Everybody else picks up factoids that they think make them knowledgeable or have a comprehensive knowledge of any topic. Knowing factoids does not mean that you know a topic at all.
No, exactly. My point is that you can read and read and read for as many years as you want, but if you don't understand what you're reading, you can think that you know everything, but you don't until you actually get qualifications or you get taught all the different aspects of a subject, or you learn how to understand different aspects of a subject. I mean, you already. That's why I was.
Now, that's something that irritates the crap out of me about Nick and Shani. They think because they know a fact or two about something that they know that makes them an expert. Now, I know a few things about World War II, but that by no means makes me an expert. Not even close. Just because I look at a few documentaries, that does not make me an expert. I'm not even an expert at making jewelry. Oh, hell, there's lots of shit I've got to fucking learn. I'm not an expert in anything. I'll share what I know. And 99.5% of the time, I'm wrong. And I take correction well. I'm not going to yell at someone for telling me that I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, fuck it. You know, point it out so I don't walk around looking stupid.
Questioning you because the way you said, oh, well, there's 2 types of addicts. And that's what you said, Nick. You actually said there's 2 types of addicts, codependents and narcissists. And immediately I was like, no, Nick, please let me finish.
I phrased it.
Yes, it is.
I phrased it that way. I'll have to go back and look at the conversation.
Anyway, I was still talking. Anyway, so, yeah, okay, I understand.
And
so
I need to work on rephrasing.
That's why I question your credibility, because you say things that aren't right. So I just, I don't believe that you have credibility just because you've read up on a subject for 10 years. I don't care. Get a qualification to show that you've worked in that field and you've actually done some work experience. You've actually, had worked with addicts, that sort of thing.
That's the plan.
Well, that's fine. Then you will be credible. But for now, you're no different to the rest of us on the panel.
I am not saying I am. I'm.
Okay. Well,
I mean, are you guys feeling? Okay,
as an addict myself, I don't like it when laymen talk about the subject that I clearly know quite a lot about, and it's clear to me they don't know a lot about. That's what riles me up. And I, at the end of the day, come back to me when you've got qualifications, and I might, if you were an addict. Or you had you were a codependent and you had an addictive mother or a son or whatever, we could talk properly. But just saying that you've read a few books and you've studied it for a while means nothing to me.
Not what I said at all.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Yeah,
I'm really trying very hard to be polite, and I'm.
No, don't be. You can be as rude to me as you like.
This conversation is very disconnecting because I actually don't feel like I'm being heard. I feel like
take a tip from me. This is how you react to people.
I feel like I'm being lectured.
It's a bake-off. We ain't making no pies.
How you react to people.
I feel like I'm being lectured.
Don't go down the counselling route. Whatever you do.
Remember that time we had that guy come in here and he thought we were baking pies? Well, the name on that was misleading. By God, he was the only person that's come in here looking for us to bake something. Sorry, dude. Don't know what to tell you. I'm smoking pot right now. If you want to smoke pot with me, come to this stream. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, YouTube would have a field day. Damn.
Because if you're this sensitive, you will fail the people. You will fail the people that you are currently. I can do this too. I'm just as smart at this as you are. I will keep talking if you keep talking.
So I'm not allowed to have a conversation.
No, you're just talking over me. You're just talking over me, so there's no conversation.
Very disrespectful.
Todd, there's a lot of that going around. Shanny's like that. A lot of these lost cows are like that. They're never fucking wrong. No, we're the ones that are full of shit. Why is it that I'm always the one that's full of shit? I ain't full of shit. Or am I? Am I full of shit? Let me know in the chat.
Well, that's tough. Sorry.
Being very disconnecting. I do know quite a lot about addiction.
Don't talk to me then.
I do know quite a lot about psychology. I'm sorry if you don't feel like I do. I'm not saying that I'm an expert. I never said that. But I do know a lot more about the subject than most people. I know a lot more about addiction than most people. I know more about psychology than most people. Yes, I do.
You sound like Vaughn. You sound like Vaughn.
No. You do not tell me what I know and don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Very disrespectful.
Can people gauge other people's knowledge on topics, Nick?
But I am not.
If you think you're going to work with addicts with an attitude like this, you are sadly mistaken. If you're this sensitive and this easily upset, I suggest you stay well away from addicts.
Did he take off?
Yeah. He left.
I can still see him. All right, okay. Sorry, guys, but I don't.
It is what it is. Hey, Nick, if you want to come back in, you're welcome to come back in. I think there was another topic I was hoping that we'd get to actually with Nick, but
so explain to me about this guy. Do I know him?
He goes by the name Corky.
Or by what? Sorry.
He has a nickname, Corky.
Corky.
Yeah, if you look up Corky Nick Bravo on YouTube, you probably
Have I ever? Was he around? You know, like when I was.
He's been around. I don't know. He's kind of got his own little niche corner of the internet. He has his own colorful history, let's say, on the internet.
I mean, I'm because you guys, both of you keep dropping in like little hints that I'm trying to think. Should I know this guy? Do I remember him? Was he? Is he got? Is it something? Message me and tell me what I'm missing out.
Well, like I said, he made the rip-off report.
The rip-off report.
That's like an actual, like, it's kind of like a tabloid TV show where they feature.
Yeah, he made the rip-off report, and they talked about him being convicted and all that shit. He looked scared to fucking death. I'd be scared to death too if I was going to prison. Shit. I don't want to fucking go to prison. Fuck that. I ain't going to prison. No fucking way. No fucking way. I like my freedom. And this lady's name is named Annabelle. And she just took Corky to task.
Feature people who've been involved in scams and stuff.
Oh, he did. And why did he make the rip-off report?
Well, there was an incident with like selling people's houses that were already dead. Didn't exactly own the deeds.
Oh, if I'd have known that before I got lectured about addiction, I'd have gone far harder on him.
Oh, he's been to prison if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did time. That's what made the rip-off report. He's in his little yellow fucking jumpsuit with the fucking little cuffs on, pleading with the judge.
This is what worries me about people like him, is that there are vulnerable people out there that will believe that he's credible. He shouldn't be anywhere near addicts, someone like that.
It's about narcissism. It's nothing's his fault. It's always the fault of narcissism.
Thank you, Todd.
Every time I talk to him, every time I see him, it always goes back to, well, narcissism or narcissist. It's never Nick is just a fucked up person who can't get his life put together and won't take responsibility. It's never that. Ever.
Yeah, I do like bad boys, but I like smart bad boys. I like bad boys that can make me laugh.
Rip-Off Report is basically a tabloid TV show. It, that's all it is. Shows salacious stuff. As a matter of fact, I'll see if I can find it while y'all watch Shanny for a little bit.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Maybe he would. He'd giggle the whole time. He'd be like, all the women's love me. And I'd be like, yes, dear, the women's love you. Revelina could become a brand and household name. Oh my gosh. You really want him to do Revelina again.
Revelina and the baby carrots. You didn't hear what I just heard. Someone said that Rev should start a band and call it Revelina and the Baby Carrots. And Shanny repeated it in front of Rev. Way to emasculate your partner, bitch. From homeless to self-proclaimed hero to prison. Saga of Corky Bravo.
Years. The rise and fall. Rip-Off Report investigates real estate identity fraud.
People versus Nicholas Bravo. You are to be imprisoned in the state prison for an aggregate term of 3 years.
The rise and fall of Nicholas Corky Bravo.
I feel I would be better served and it would be better for the county if I would stay in county jail. Could I say something?
People can't believe this story was real, that a swindler named Nicholas Corky Bravo was YouTube famous.
I'm thinking about, all the chicks that I'm going to be able to pick up in this.
You bought this car?
I bought this car. This is called Capital. Got my hands very dirty.
Now he's in jail.
That looked like a patsy to you. Like somebody that's flexing. What a fucking idiot.
Convicted of real estate identity fraud. As he's handed a 3-year sentence, the aspiring actor takes the spotlight.
And I think I can help a lot more people in county jail than I can in prison.
But the judge doesn't buy it.
Well, that may be so, but the prescribed term is a prison term.
What makes this case so utterly fascinating is the ensemble cast of characters.
I'm mad at you, Nick!
But he had a dream.
I kind of like homeless Nick.
A vigilante calling himself Tom Davis was the first to tip off the cops. The cops did a superb job of getting Bravo behind bars.
He's one dedicated son of a bitch, I gotta tell you.
But on this Corky obsessed forum, Tom Davis raises questions about the company Corky keeps. He writes, I strongly suspect that the people he hangs out with are involved in some sort of real estate identity fraud. Davis even promises to go after them himself. So we asked Tom Davis, whoever you are, contact Ripoff Report Investigates and tell us what you know. In the meantime, our law enforcement officials tell us this case is closed.
Anyway, take care of yourself. Good luck to you.
There's a massive range of cases.
There are a lot more bad folks out there than there are good folks who are trying to stop this. And so people have to protect themselves.
And no shortage of these scammers. Some of their schemes will blow your mind.
For more information on how you can stop real estate identity fraud from happening to you and what's being done to close loopholes in the law, go to ripoffreport.com and click on Ripoff Report Investigates. Don't get ripped off.
Thought y'all'd like to see that. Well, that's all I've got for right now. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Do you? It's because nobody else will. Now y'all take care. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace.